fair? My daughter is still in school. My daughter is still in school. And I've used this analogy several times. I raised her with 3 brothers. She wasn't never exposed to dick in my house. And there were times when we only had a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. They used the same bathroom, but they didn't use it together at the same time. Why are you telling us? Hold on one second. Let me pull this up. Why are you telling us as parents, right, that we have to subject these things to our children? That's the issue. This is some of the stuff that we up against that y'all not paying attention to, right? Because y'all so moved by emotion. Hold on one second. Let me find this. Here we go. I want you to see this now. Hold on. Let me pull this up. This is what y'all not playing. This is what y'all not paying attention to. Hold on. What about put something in play for some of these foster care children for when they get out of foster care at 18 and don't have nowhere to go? Instead of funding abortion, why don't we fund the transition of them from foster care into their own apartments or helping them get on their feet? Hold on one second. Let me go in here. Where is that? Here we go. Let me pull this up. Pull this up. Also on the first day in office for men. This is what y'all have to understand. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have passed an issue. You finna get ready to go to work?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the chat and everybody that's up in the building this morning. Yeah. Let's get some of this work.
Who are transgender can go change their driver's license now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now, I don't have an issue with that, but like I said, I do have sons. I do have a daughter. Right? Now, if a man meets a woman, you understand where I'm coming from? And he believes that it is a woman. And in his mind, he thinks that he's with a woman. And he sees a driver license that tell him this is a woman. And then he find out 6-7 months later that it was actually a biological man. And then he snaps because in every essence, you have raped that man. In every essence, you have taken his manhood from him because you have lied to him and you have deceived him. Now, I'm not against do what you do, but why we can't be honest? Why such a spirit of deception? Then when the man snap, all of a sudden it's a hate crime, but it ain't no crime for you lying and deceiving that man and making him think he was with a woman and all the time you want him to be with a man. How's that even fair? How you gonna force a man to sleep with another man? How is that fair? Now, somebody saying you're going to adopt these babies you want everyone to have. Again, that's the excuse that I get when we talk about not executing Black life. The first thing they say, well, you going to adopt them. So I got to adopt all the children in the world to keep y'all from killing them. Huh? It ain't enough people, right, to adopt. You know, it's a lot of people that can't have children. You know, there's a lot of people that have gone in the foster care system and come out successfully. But then you got people like you, right, that want to say execute them and end their lives based on the fact that you think they're going to be mistreated. Every child that goes into foster care is not mistreated. And let me tell you something, lo and behold, I never went into foster care, but I was abused. I was sexually abused. I survived. I'm alive. Today I'm married. I live in a big, beautiful house. I have children of my own. It is my life. Stop deciding that you want to end somebody else's life.
That's fact.
That's somebody else's life that you're advocating to end. It's not the mother. It's the baby in the womb. You're advocating to kill the baby. The baby ain't did shit to none of y'all. The baby didn't even ask to be created. But let's go back to what we're talking about this Joe Biden thing, right? It's the deception, right? If you a transgender, that's cool, but why you get the lie? Again, we're not protecting Black men. We're not protecting our men. Women, you're not thinking about your sons that are going to grow up. You understand where I'm coming from? You are not thinking about them. And even the people that are so concerned about the violence against trans people, baby, it's going to rise. It's not going to go down. Legally having the right to lie don't make lying right. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, she got them heat. Hey, look at here. I was tuned in to the live stream. I said, let me share this information with y'all because she got all of the heaters right here.
LGBTQ. Now, this is
crazy.
Right? No, you shouldn't discriminate against anybody for their sexual preference. That's your business. But why do I have to hire you based on your sexual preference? I'm an employer, right? And I hire people. Why do I have to hire you because you gay? We're a publishing company. We're not filming gay sex, right? Why the hell do I need to know whether you gay or straight? All I need to know is that you have the skill set to get the job done. Why are we supporting people that want to pass laws that saying you got to hire somebody if they gay? No, I can understand having to hire you because you black. I can understand having to hire you because you white. I can understand having to hire you because you Asian, but I can't understand having to hire you based off of your sexual performance because I ain't in the bed with you. I ain't looking at it. Your sexual performance has nothing to do with this damn job. I'm not in the porn industry.
That's right.
That's an issue. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, we're going to get the Joe. Hey, look here. We're going to get the Joe.
LGBTQ in the army, right? Everybody's like, oh, Trump, he's against LGBTQ in the army. The ruling was that if you want to be enlisted in the army, then you have to enroll by your biological sex, meaning the sex that you were born as. How the hell is that discrimination? How the hell is that discrimination? Because you want to live in an imaginary world and you can do that. But that doesn't mean you get to force everybody else to live in that imaginary world with you, right? Why would we allow? You understand where I'm coming from? And people keep saying it's hate on gays. It ain't hate on gays. It ain't hate. It's the gay agenda trying to take over everybody's life. It's not hate. It's truth. And I'm still going to talk the truth. And I got a platform big enough to do it.
That's right.
I have to be in Congress. My platform's still bigger than the Kima's right here on social media. I can just get on here and press live and have more viewers and more content and more followers than she had ever have sitting in the Congress seats. Trust and believe. It's not hate, it's truth. So we can't continue, right, to go down this road that's only going to lead to destruction. They already have gay rights. You have the right to be gay. I ain't against that. You don't have the right to lie to me and force me to lie to myself. You don't have the right to use the bathroom with my daughter or be in the bathroom with my daughter while she's undressing and you're undressing just because you think you're a woman. Because like I said on the Breakfast Club, being a woman is more than a feeling. Thinking you a woman don't make you a woman. Let me finish going down here.
Coffee hot this morning, yo. Make sure.
I want to read something to you all.
You hit that share button. Let's go, man.
Here we go right here. Now, some of the stuff I agree with, right? Protecting LGBTQ+. I don't know what the plus stand for. Students from sexual assault, harassment, and bullying. First of all students should be protected from sexual assault, harassment, and bullying. That's not something that should just be defined for LGBTQ. If my children are in school, what the fuck they doing being sexually harassed? First of all, why are we even putting sex and children in the same sentence? Again, I got an issue with this. That is something that should be defined for all children, not just children that think that they are gay. Now, hold on 1 second. Let's go into this. Because y'all need this attention this morning. Here we go right here. This is where I'm at.
That's right.
Guaranteed transgender students have access to facilities based on their gender identity. All right. Are you going to be gone all day? All right.
And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. What I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go ahead and then blow that up. But we will, you know what I'm saying, get into the confines, you know what I'm saying, of that article right there. Everything that has to do with this LGBTQ pushing by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and on how that they've secretly planted this within our community. Now, this stuff is right in front of your face. Now, it's up to you to be able to research the science, okay? Now, let me blow it up a little bit for you, man, because I do understand how it get when you tuned in. You might have just ran up in this gym jank real fast or whatever, but we go ahead and get all the way to it. I'm gonna blow it up for you so you'll be able to see all of it and what she's talking about at this time right now. Because this is important, family. Let's go, man.
Whether you like it or not, and the teachers ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. He will direct his Department of Education to vigorously enforce and investigate violations of transgender student civil rights. Now, hold on. My daughter don't have civil rights no more. My daughter don't have the right to go to school and not be exposed. Huh? But because you're transgender, all of a sudden your rights overrule the rights of all the other students. Huh? And we're talking about this is when it goes beyond the parents' control. You understand where I'm coming from? This is when it goes beyond the parents' control, because now you are saying that you're going to force the schools to do it. Somebody on here talking about sports. Let's talk about sports. Wrestling. Right? Let's say if you have a daughter that's in wrestling or boxing, that means all the boy got to do is put a wig on and he gonna beat her ass.
That's it.
Now, most men, fathers, if a boy puts his hand on your child, then you would have an issue with that. You would be ready to go to jail in regards to that. Now, these people are saying at school, you can't even put your child in sports. I don't want my daughter on the flag football team with boys. I've raised 3 boys and 2 girls. There's a significant difference in the makeup and the body design. Okay? My daughters have breasts. My boys have breastplates. My daughters have vaginas. My boys have penises. It's nothing on my daughter's body that get hard. Damn near everything on my son's body get hard. Their hands are twice the size of my daughter's hands. Their feet are twice the size as my daughter's feet. Their body tone and muscle mass is that much greater of my daughter. This is common sense. This is not hate. This is saying, hey, if that's what you do, that's fine. But why are you forcing it on me? Why are you forcing my child to be exposed to something that I have not exposed them to? Now, that is not hate. That's a parent being protective, right? Over their children.
That's right.
But you all haven't read this. You haven't paid this any attention. All you did, right, was run and go vote for Joe Biden because you felt like Trump was a racist. Because Trump didn't apologize for the Central Park 5. Joe Biden didn't apologize for the 94 crime bill.
Damn sure didn't. Damn sure didn't.
Joe Biden has the incarceration of thousands of black and brown men under his belt and said he wasn't sorry for it.
That's right.
But you let the media and you let these celebrities who got money, who living high on the hill,
you know what?
Who don't give a damn what you got going on or what you going through, tell you that you oppressed and how to vote.
That's right. Okay, and that's a good point right there. That is an excellent point right there. So since she brought it up, let's go ahead and then get into all of that stuff right there. Let's get into the crime bill. Let's get into all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, with Creepy Joe. But we're going to start off, you know what I'm saying, with the exclusive Creepy Joe for everybody that's up in the building that said, oh, okay, Trump is a racist and all this stuff or whatever. You ain't seen Trump not one time get up on here on some pedophilia tip, okay? We haven't seen that not one damn time. But we know, in fact, who the advocates are of this type of behavior. We know what they're into. We know what they're a part of. But like I said, we'll go ahead and then get into it right now. And we're going to also get into Planned Parenthood, which she will be speaking on later within the confines of this live stream. But on this portion right here, we're going to go ahead and then get at Joe right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I see some people that got all this stuff with Creepy Joe twisted. Yeah, they got all this stuff right here twisted. And they keep hearing this stuff, but ain't seeing no proof. So let's go ahead and then get into the proof right now. This is a Joe Biden cartoon. We'll get into the actual video within itself shortly. Okay, let's go, man.
And by the way, you know, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Roaches.
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah, he loved kids jumping on his lap. You hear that? But he referred to black children as roaches.
My lap.
Peep game with the peep game now. Now, peep game, I want you to see this right here. This is fact. And we're going to go to the actual video after this right here. Now, you see the depiction within the video. You see the black child underwater in this video, right?
Look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Okay, all right.
And by the way, you know, I got
and that right there is just a cartoon, right? That's all it is a cartoon. Because I had somebody actually come to my Twitter page and they was like, yeah, whatever. That ain't nothing but a cartoon. Right, it ain't nothing but a cartoon. That's all that it is. It's just a cartoon, okay? So now we'll get into the actual video when he stated this, and then you can see the children that he was around, okay? Yeah, because we already know that Joe is in fact Creepy Joe. So don't try to switch the science up. Don't try to switch it up and put this out in the media like this is only a cartoon and that Joe Biden didn't say this, because we're going to get the actual soundbite, the actual clip from that event today when Joe Biden said all of these horrible things, you know, in reference to black children. Let's go, man. Let's go. We here right now.
Because I remember the first bumper.
Here you go, talking about the
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn.
See? Look at it.
In the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Roaches.
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I learned about roaches, y'all.
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I love kids jumping on my lap.
The men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here. And they're all guys at the time.
At the time, they're all guys at the time. Listen, y'all, listen. They're all guys at the time. Uh-huh.
They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves. And Earl Larkin had a rough time. Some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
We know.
I came back to Delaware and I got a fancy job with the oldest law firm in the state.
See that? And we'll get back to them receipts right there too. We're not gonna go too far away from this narrative right here. Not right now. We're not gonna do that. So we're going right back over the ends right quick. Okay. I just wanted to add that while we was here, okay, in reference to that crime bill and how that crime bill was actually enacted. I also wanted to show you on how creepy that Creepy Joe actually is. So the crime bill information and more will be coming within the confines of this live stream, family. Let's go, man. We here now.
You're going to the best of schools. Give me your recipe. Why you can't teach me how to get money the way that you got money? Instead of just teaching me from behind a computer that I'm oppressed, why don't you help me get to where you are? That's the issue with a lot of these celebrities. Now, my biggest issue with this whole campaign when it comes to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is the fact that they are killing unborn babies up until the moment of birth, and that they are perverting and sexualizing prepubescent children. We heard it directly out of Joe Biden's mouth. Now, if you went and you voted for that because you were not educated and did not know any better, you get a pass. But if you knew better and you just did it because you felt like you hated Trump, once again, you have voted against your best interests. Joe Biden don't give a fuck about you or your children.
Hell no.
If this corruption continues to exist, you're going to be sold out again to China. A minute ago, everything we ever seen in life, and I can tell you, anytime I had a shirt, anytime I had a toy, anytime I bought something out of the box, it always said made in China. We can make our own stuff. That's common sense. Anybody with a business mind. We can manufacture manufacture our own goods. Why are we going to be in a position where we are totally relying on another country for everything that we need?
Spitting facts right now. Big boy facts right now. You hear me?
America. And there's a lot of corruption going on, and I do believe that it is going to be uncovered.
I do too. I think it's coming. I think it's coming.
For those of you all that did vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you have voted against yourself. For the black folks that think they voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because it's going to make life better for black folk, I hate to tell you, but out of their own mouth, they said that their first 100 days in office going to be completely dedicated to LGBTQ. If you ain't gay, your ass ain't included.
That's right. That's right.
Black folk, you no longer have a civil rights movement. You lost that with Obama. Your civil rights was handed over to LGBTQ+. You no longer have any civil rights. You've allowed 1% of the population to overtake the other 99%. And you've been so silent that you've allowed this agenda to fall down on our children. There is no hope for our children anymore. They're perverted, they're aborted, they're sexualized. People talking about why you won't talk about reparations. Joe Biden ain't talking about reparations. Motherfucker, I'm not the president. I'm not running to be the president. I don't need reparations. I know how to teach people how to get money. I've been giving free game events prior to me ever even running for office. I know how to put you in a position to get money. You sitting up here talking about reparations. You think you're going to get anything from Joe Biden? Obama gave you a track phone. The only black president you ever had in your lifetime didn't give you reparations, and y'all still talking about reparations.
Are you serious?
Folks not finna give you no reparations.
Shit, no.
The only reparations you got a chance of getting is get some of these black celebrities together that got all this money.
That's right.
All these people that's crying, telling us that we oppressed. Put Oprah, Diddy.
That's
you
right.
understand where I'm coming from? Jay-Z, right? All of these other people that's crying out, talking about, oh, Beyonce, right? You're oppressed.
Yeah, and all this.
Vote for Joe Biden. Why they can't put their money together? Because they damn sure got more than enough. They got all the houses and the cars that they gonna have. You understand where I'm coming from? They got all the houses and the cars that they gonna have. They got all the money that they need. They got more money than they can spend. When are they gonna get together and say, hey, y'all, we got a combined wealth, right, of $1 billion or $1 trillion here. Let's start with this city, right? We all about black life. We want to help people, black people get over. We want to help them better themselves, right? Let's start here in this city. Let's put a school. Let's put a bank. Let's put a hospital. Let's put a learning center, right? They haven't done it. But you won't sit up here and think. Trump said, hey, I got $500 billion for black businesses. This is after he permanently funded your HBCUs, which was taken away during the Obama-Biden administration. And that's how slow he is. You went right back and voted for the same man that took funding away. And they were so mean and hateful about it, right? Not only did they take funding away from HBCUs, but they put a ban, right, on faith-based HBCUs. That means if you taught anything biblical or anything that was God-related, that you were excluded from being able to collect federal funds.
That's right.
Y'all turn around and went and voted for the same people that took away your funding.
And y'all happy about it.
You haven't done your research. You telling me that they telling us, oh, vote for us because Trump's a racist. And on their first day in office, they put Lil Willie and Big Willie in the bathroom with your daughter. This website don't say shit about what they was doing for the first day in office for black people.
Damn.
They don't straight up finesse you. ran this whole thing about Black Lives Matter. And in their first day in office, it's all about lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, queer, plus children.
This shit wild. This is wild right here, man.
I don't want my straight child talking about sex. I don't want my straight child talking about having a relationship. I don't want my straight child talking about nothing sexual at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. We understand that children are maturing faster these days. We understand that by the age of 16, a lot of children already have babies. I had one. I understand that. I understand, sitting down and talking to your children, right, about pregnancy prevention and all that. But that's not what we're seeing right here. They come for your children. Y'all let them have them. All lives matter. It ain't no gay lives matter, tranny lives matter, Black lives matter. All lives matter. We so stuck on race, but the minute a Black man have a baby with a white woman, that child is still going to be his child, and it's going to be half white. Why do we let race play such a big role in how we treat each other? We all human. They gonna do that all the way to the sun burn out. They gonna play the race card. But one thing about it, right? And we shall get to them receipts, okay? Because she spoke a lot, about the website. And on the website, not only did she produce the receipts, but I'm gonna make sure that I go to that website as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and then blow it up for y'all so y'all can be able to see, when she was looking through this, because she made some very interesting points. It definitely hit home for the people that was tuning in this morning. They are trying to do some shit like right up under our noses right now, y'all. And like I say, they done rocked the majority of the people to sleep, man. It's like people that's out here jumping up and down. They out here hollering. People out here jumping up, hollering. They doing every damn thing right now, going crazy only because they're happy because Trump didn't win, as they're stating right now. I've heard other live streams, I've heard people saying about, the ineligibility with the votes and I'm going to have to, redo the science. I've heard all of that and more. We shall get to that too. But during her live stream, what she was speaking in reference to, you feel me, was this website and what was going on this website, as you can clearly see right here. Let me put this over for a minute. I experienced that as a black woman. I experienced those things by having a black face on my driver's license. Can I turn my face white? You mark me as a white woman, and that's going to help alleviate some of the discrimination that I go through, having to show my identification. Let's go back.
No.
Hold on.
That's facts.
Here we go. Right here. The Obama-Biden State Department led the way by updating its gender change policies for passports. As president, Biden will build on this action to ensure all transgender individuals have access to identification documents that accurately reflect their gender identity.
Yeah.
Biden believes every transgender or non-binary person should have an option of changing their gender marker to male, female, or X.
Do you hear this? Now, this is what Creepy Joe is about. You hear this, right? Now, the first thing that he want to do is empower the LGBTQ community at the moment of getting in the White House. Now, that should tell you some stuff right here. All of this stuff that we've been talking about, Pizzagate, Paydogate, all of this shit and more. Now, he's one of the main endorsers, one of the main backers, one of the main people that's with this program right here. Now, I don't know if y'all down with that right there or not. I don't know, man.
Government identification, passports, and other documentation. Now listen. If a man that becomes a woman can legally change, right, his sex on an identification, then what I wanted to do, right, was fight for people that have been convicted, right, of crimes 10, 15, 20 years ago to have that also taken off of their record, right? If I'm oppressed, right, by being a black woman, why the hell can't I be white? I want to be a filthy, rich, white woman. That's how I identify.
And that is word on everything, boy. I want to be Mark Cuban. I want to be Mark Cuban, but still doing the same thing. Now, if I could do that, I'm all for that stuff right there. Because what they're saying now is that you can totally change your gender. So if you can do all that stuff, let's just change everything. I want to do that. I wanted to have it stated that, you know, I graduated, you know what I'm saying, from Silicon Valley, you know, from the Tech Institute. I wanted to say that. I also want to own an island, you know, and various other things as well. If you don't understand what she's saying right now, you feel me? So I can just imagine the things that each and every one of the people that's tuning in right now, I can just imagine what you guys want, what the gods and the goddesses want over here. Come on, man. Let's go.
That I should be able to have white on my identification. Now, the issue with me is the deception. Because now what I have to think about not only my sons, but I have to also think about my daughters. I also have to think about my cousins and my brothers and all of the other men that are out there and are actively dating. So this means that you no longer have to tell a man, right, before you meet him, hey, I used to be a man. Why are you allowing these people to lie and deceive the general public? Which you know is going to lead to issues, which you know is going to lead to crime, which you know is going to lead to some unfortunate circumstances when these people find out that they have been lied to and misled by people that they trusted. Hold on. Ensure blood donation procedures are based on science. Do y'all want me to get into that? Because remember, it was like, okay, the majority of gay people, they say the numbers of HIV are high in gay people. So they had made a rule saying that gay people could not donate blood, right? Now, I'm not against that. If you don't have HIV and your blood is pure or whatever, and you want to save a life, you should have every right to do that. But to make a law saying that people that have tested positive for HIV are able to give blood, come on, bro. Like, what is some of this stuff don't make no sense. And this ain't got nothing to do with me.
Did you hear what she just said? Now, the law that they're actually wanting to be passed, right, is like some kind of gender, you know, neutrality, or giving some, you know, some advocacy, you know what I'm saying, to people, you know what I'm saying, that want to identify with different genders or whatever. This is like beyond damn all of this stuff right here. So now you telling me that that if a person is registered, listed, or if this person has HIV, that it's okay, it's cool, it's just okay for them to be able to give out blood, giving out big pints of blood. You might be in a situation where you need some blood. Okay, just go and get you some HIV blood. This is the stuff that's going on. And people are failing to look at the fine print. That's all that it is. They're putting all of this stuff out here through the media for each and every one of us. But people are missing the fine print, y'all. Let's go, man.
Black or white. Gay people that don't have HIV don't want HIV. Straight people don't have to want it either. We know that it is a death sentence. Regardless if you all have come out with medication, after hundreds of thousands of people have died, right? It's still a safety precaution. But hold on, let me continue to go through this. I want y'all to read this. Hold on. Let me keep going. I got to show y'all something else.
I'm going to go to the website as well to be able to show y'all after this presentation, okay?
They're going to decriminalize, right? The passing of the knowing. They're going to decriminalize knowingly passing HIV, right? I'm looking for this right now on this website. I've read it before. Now, my issue with that is you promote this agenda, right, to our children. Because remember, we just talked about Lee Daniels talking about super bitch. He gonna take one of our young black men and put them in some pink patent leather and turn them into a bitch, right? Oh, so man, we already know that they are pushing this agenda to our children. Now check this out. We got to read this right here. Oh. Let's go on these three. The criminalized, because I know y'all haven't gone on this website and read it. The criminalized HIV exposure and transmission laws. In 2018, 26 states in America had HIV exposure criminal laws. These laws perpetuate discrimination and stigma towards people with HIV. Wait a minute. So we're going to push this agenda, right? For us to all actively participate in this gay lifestyle. We're going to push it on our children. And then we're going to say that we're going to make it legal to knowingly pass HIV, because laws that prosecute people for knowingly passing HIV is discriminatory. Well, hell, is it discrimination to have a law, right, against people that murder other people? If you a murderer, you a damn murderer. If you killing people, you killing people. How is it that you all are saying that you're going to allow people to knowingly pass HIV because laws make it a discriminatory practice? Don't nobody want to die. Don't nobody want to die. How much sense does that make? So again, I've told you all before, Joe Biden is the god, right, of population control. This is why every time they talk about LGBTQ, they relate it to black people. Every time they talk about LGBTQ, they relate it to black people. This is population control. This is why your civil rights have been rolled up into LGBTQP plus IA, B, C, G, whatever the hell it is. Now, hold on. Let's go back. As president, Biden will support legislation like repeal the HIV Discrimination Act, which promotes best practices. So it's discrimination to charge somebody for knowingly passing HIV, but it's not discrimination for a person that know they got AIDS to give it to me and kill me. After you gonna lie, after you gonna let them lie on their driver's license about who they are, right? Because now we're allowing people to lie about their identity. You want to allow them to knowingly pass HIV? Hold on, let's go back. This one right here for the parents. Wake up. Ban, and I'm in psychology, so let me break this down to you, but let's go to the top. Ban so-called conversion therapy. Hundreds of thousands of LGBTQ plus individuals, remember the plus, we don't know what the hell the plus stand for, have been subjected to so-called conversion therapy during their lifetime, which Biden knows is deeply harmful, highly unscientific, and often leads to trauma. Do you all know what conversion therapy is? Let me tell you what conversion therapy is. Conversion therapy is me as a psychologist sitting down and have a conversation with my son and telling my son, baby, you're not a woman. I know you want to be one. And I know you may feel like you're one, but you're not. That's conversion therapy. You know what conversion therapy is? Taking your child to church. And y'all know how we do in the church, if you're from the church.
That's right.
And allowing those mothers and those preachers.
Oh, I got y'all. I see your comments right now. Hold on for just 1 second, and I'll make sure that I do get to that website as well, you know, during the confines of this live stream right here. And like I say, shout out to everybody that's up in here. Special thanks to everybody, and I repeat, everybody that shared this video, for everybody that liked this video. We up in here in the morning doing this thing for the awareness, okay? Let me see which one that it is. Okay, first I'm going to go through the science, and then we're going to go back to that article, because what she was speaking in reference to Title X, Title 10, so to say, we're going to that now. And we're getting into that now, explain to you exactly what that is, what these people agenda actually is, although there are some people that have been misled, running and then casting their votes and stuff like that. I'm just like, damn, man, y'all wilding out here. Okay, now the Title 10 Family Planning Program is the only federal program dedicated to providing individuals with comprehensive family planning and related preventative health services. It was enacted under President Nixon in 1970 as a part of the Public Health Service Act. The X is legally designed to prioritize the needs of low-income families or uninsured people, including those who are not eligible for Medicaid or who might otherwise have access to these healthcare services. These services are provided to low-income and uninsured individuals at reduced or no cost. Its overall purpose is to promote positive birth outcomes and healthy families by allowing individuals to decide the number and the spacing of their children. In 2018, the program served 3.9 million people, 87% of them women, y'all. A whole 87% of them being women, y'all. Now we're gonna go even further within the paint before that I get to that, before that I actually get to that article right quick, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Because I think all of this stuff right here is cameo strange, what they want, what they're pushing right now, and in fact, what the main and sole agenda is. So we'll go ahead and get to the article, that pretty much, clarifies everything, what this sister is saying right now in reference to Planned Parenthood, Joe Biden, and all of this stuff. And of course, we know about Planned Parenthood, right? Okay, now as you can clearly see right here, Planned Parenthood Action Fund endorses Joe Biden. You see this? This was on June 15, 2020. As you can clearly see, Alexis McJohnson, she stated the election is a fight for our country's very survival. Joe Biden is the only candidate in this race who will stand up for our health and our rights. Okay. Washington, D.C. today, Planned Parenthood Action Fund announced its endorsement of Vice President Joe Biden for President of the United States. You see this right here? This is right in front of your face. Everybody know about Planned Parenthood. I know you've heard. I know you've heard. That's right. Now, this is crazy. The same Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, who had the influence on Hillary Clinton, who she was able, to quote word for word. These are the exact same people, the same people that are putting up these facilities in low-income communities. Okay. Now, what they're doing with the baby fetuses, I don't know. We'll get into that into a later live stream, okay? Now, this election is a fight for our country's very survival. We have seen the Trump administration dehumanize us and disregard our health, our rights, and our lives. Trump has attacked access to abortion and reproductive health care, and he has attacked the people that Planned Parenthood health centers serve: women, black people, women, black people, women, black people, immigrants, the LGBTQ plus community, and more. Joe Biden is the only candidate in this race who will stand up for our health and our rights. Do you guys see this right now? Do you see what's going on and why she was going in the way that she was going in? Man, she was going in for good reason, to tell you the truth this morning. Yeah, she supposed to have went all the way in, and I'm so appreciative of it. And at this time, we'll go ahead and then go to that website that she was reading from. Let me see which one it is. Okay, yes, this one right here. And we'll go to this website, pull that Jim Jank up to the Jim Jank. Let me go back up to the top. I did highlight some key points during this article right here. It is a rather lengthy article right here, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is as it's stated on the website. I told you guys, man, it's going to get stranger by the minute, man, but it is what it is, man. Embrace yourself for all of this right here and more. Okay, from the website, it states where it's titled The Biden Plan to Advance LGBTQ plus Equality in America and Around the World. As you can clearly see, who do you love? Who do you love? And will you be loyal to the person you love? And that's what people are finding out is what all marriages at their root are about. Joe Biden, Meet the Press. This was back in May 6, 2012. Joe Biden believes that every human being should be treated with respect and dignity and be able to live without fear no matter who they are or who they love. During the Obama-Biden administration, the United States made a historic strides towards LGBTQ plus equality, from the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell to Biden's historic declaration in support of marriage equality on Meet the Press in 2012 to the unprecedented advancement of the protection for LGBTQ plus Americans at the federal level. But the fight's not over. Donald Trump and Mike Pence have given hate against the LGBTQ plus community, individuals, safe harbor, and rolled back critical protections for the LGBTQ plus community by blocking the ability of transgender individuals to openly serve their country, denying LGBTQ plus people access to critical health care, proposing policies allowing federally funded homeless shelters to turn away transgender people and federally funded adoption agencies to reject same-sex couples, and failing to address the epidemic of violence against transgender people, particularly transgender women of color. The Trump-Pence administration has led a systematic effort to undo the process President Obama and Vice President Biden made. Now, peep game with the peep game. Now, let's go through this right here. You can see through these bullet holes that they want to protect the LGBTQ plus from discrimination, and they are in full support of it. And these individuals from violence and work to end the epidemic of violence against the transgender community, particularly transgender women of color. As you can see about the expanded access to high quality health care, and they ensure treatment of these individuals in the criminal justice system, and they collect data necessarily to support the LGBT community. Now, look, now that's one of the damn things right there that just stood out to me right there. Now, do you see that it's saying that they ensure fair treatment of these individuals in the criminal justice system? Now, see, Joe gonna always throw something about the criminal justice system up in there. I just want to put that out there, okay? Just for anybody that's tuning in right now, that's rocked to sleep, okay? Wake up. It's time to wake up, family. Now, here you go with his protection with the people from discrimination, and that was May 17th, 2019. Excuse me. Hold on, let me make sure I fit my screen correctly. All right, we back. Now, half of the LGBTQ plus Americans live in states without adequate civil rights protections. They can get married on Sunday and the very next day get fired under state law because of who they are and who they love. Do you see where this right here is going with all this? And just from this website and this website alone, this is more or less like a website that's promoting all of this. It's like they were campaigning for Joe Biden, but it's showing improving right here with everything about the support of transgender and non-binary people in the workforce. Peep game with the peep game. Transgender and non-binary Americans face significant discrimination when seeking employment. To address these unique challenges, Biden will ensure that workforce and entrepreneurial training programs and resources funded by the U.S. Department of Labor and the Small Business Administration focus on and to benefit this community. He will also provide incentives for states and local government to adopt programs to help prepare transgender and non-binary people for the workforce and encourage entrepreneurship. He wants to stop employment discrimination in the federal government. Like, look at all of this stuff, man. He wants to treat LGBTQ plus service members and veterans with respect that they deserve. Reverse the transgender military ban. This is all of the stuff that Joe was going after right here that y'all voted for. Reverse the Department of Defense policies that perpetuate stigmatization of and discrimination against people living with HIV. The Trump-Pence administration's deploy or get out policy, which is used to forcibly discharge members of the military with HIV, was found to be irrational, inconsistent, and at a variance with modern science. By a federal district court, the Fourth Circuit informed that this decision in January 2020 for failing to account for current medical literature and expert opinion about current HIV treatment and transmission skills. If the Trump-Pence administration continues to try to implement the policy, the Biden administration will rescind it. You see this right here? This is beyond bugged out. And this is the article that she was reading from right here. Let me go back to the top of this Jim Jank with the Jim Jank. So you all can put this in your search engine because I'm going to get back to her. But it's the battle for the soul of the nation right here. You know what I'm saying? You can type that in and you can just type in Joe Biden. You can see it right here at the top. Biden versus Harris, right? You know, Biden and Harris. And this right here will more or less be the title right here. You can type this in right here. As soon as you type this in, the article should come right up. Now we're going to go right back to Angela. We're going to add on, and I got some more information for you as well. Dealing with Joe Biden, dealing with the crime bill at the time that the crime bill actually took place, the people who was affected during the crime bill, and as that was advocated, okay, back in that era and time. We're going to get to all of that right there and more. I got y'all, man. We here. And like I say, from early this morning, as soon as I tuned in, I was actually a part of this live stream. I said, wow, man, it's somebody that's actually just hitting right in those areas that need to be smashed on. Yeah, smash all the way out for this sister right here. That's why I say when you come up in here, you just came up in the building, make sure that you smash the hell up out that like button, share these videos. Let's get this information out here. This is, in fact, a small channel, but it's not a small movement, y'all. Let's go, man. We here. Beam Team, make it make sense, man. Let's go back in with Angela Stanton and her actually going in reference to all of this that had to do with Joe Biden, as well as these laws that they were trying to put in place, y'all.
And a psychologist helping your child discover who they really are, right? As a person on the inside, because none of us want our children to grow up confused, right? Banning conversion therapy goes against prayer. It goes against the church. It goes against the parents. And it also goes against the psychologists. So what you all just put in place, for those of us, for those who voted for this, is when your child, right, because they're going to continue to push the agenda. They're going to be teaching your children about gender identity in school. Your child is going to go to school and be taught in school that he can be a girl or a boy. The minute your child comes home and tells you as the parent, Mama, my teacher said that I can choose whether I want to be a girl or a boy. And you say, no, you don't get to choose. And then that child goes back to school and tells that teacher, my mama won't let me be, whether it's a boy or a girl. Then that means defects is at your door. You got a case. You're now being accused of being an unfit parent. Not only are they removing that child from your home and putting that child in foster care or group home somewhere while they begin taking their hormone pills, which block their puberty, right? And also sterilize them, okay? Now you're at a threat of losing the other children in your home. This is how deep this goes. So you're going to tell me that you're going to pass a law that me as a parent, I don't have the right to tell my child the truth? You're going to ban conversion therapy? You're going to make it illegal for me to tell my child that they are the sex that they were born as? This is why y'all got to wake up. This is why y'all got to wake up. Hold on, let's go back. Let's put these things together. Not only have they taken LGBTQ, right? They've taken your civil rights movement and pushed it over to LGBTQ. Every time they talk about LGBTQ plus, they also tie it to the Black community. Now let's talk about why this next one is important. Restore federal funding for Planned Parenthood. Now, hold on. Let's talk about this for a minute. Now, we remember Planned Parenthood is an admitted racist organization. You guys can go do your own research on this. People don't want to hear about Planned Parenthood, but I got to continue to preach the truth. We understand that this organization was put in place, right, to decrease the rate, right, of life and reproduction in the Black community. That's why we got all the abortion clinics in our areas. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is all facts, and you can do your basic research off of this. We know that the president and his administration, even I, was fighting against Planned Parenthood to defund them because they're using federal dollars to move into our Black communities and execute Black life. That's the bottom line. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. Now let's go back to this. Now they done took LGBTQ and rolled it over into Planned Parenthood. Because remember, when it comes to Planned Parenthood and it comes to LGBTQ, these are all Black agendas. Let them tell it. This is what they push on us because these things stop our reproduction, right? I ain't no rocket scientist, okay? I'm just going to give you facts. Now, hold on. Let's flip this over. Planned Parenthood health centers across the country play an important role in providing affordable, culturally competent care to LGBTQ plus individuals. Now, what health care do they provide to LGBTQ plus individuals? Huh? What do they provide to LGBTQ plus individuals? If anybody is on this live right now, maybe you can tell me What type of health care does Planned Parenthood provide to LGBTQ plus individuals? Because I put up a sign the other day, a billboard that was targeted to the black community. They had a ghetto black girl on there. They had another black girl on there that had blonde hair sitting there holding the baby. They had another black girl that looked like she was working with some big old earrings and a breast showing, hanging on out. And then they had a transgender on the sign. Now they're saying men can get pregnant, men need to have abortions. The fuck? Listen, yo. Listen. This is not hate. This is not discrimination. This is common sense, okay? So let's go back. This is how you know it's real. Biden will revoke Trump's restrictions on Title X. We're going to get into Title X in a minute. On Title X of the Public Health Service Act and restore funding to Planned Parenthood so this vital public health organization can continue providing critical and quality health care to poor and underserved communities, including reproductive health services. Now, remember, that's a trick, right? Because they want you to support reproductive health services that stop you from reproducing, okay? Cancer screenings, HIV testing, hormone therapies. Look, hormone therapies. That means you going to take your black underage son in there and they going to give him something to make him start growing titties. That's what that means. I don't know where y'all at, but y'all better wake up. In general medical care, listen to me. Every health care clinic across this nation provides health care services for low income. What they don't provide is abortion and hormone therapy. Now you can go to Planned Parenthood and get it for free. Now let me tell you something. As a black woman, right? And we have a lot of issues, any woman, period. We have a lot of issues with fibroids, with cancer, or anything like that. It ain't a clinic nowhere in America you can walk into on the spot and get free health care for cancer or fibroid tumors. I got to come up with all type of money. I got to have all type of insurance. But if I take my son to Planned Parenthood, they're going to turn him into a bitch. If I take my daughter to Planned Parenthood, they're going to kill my grandbaby. And we paying for it. Now we got Title X down, right? So now what we got to do is go research Title X. Now we have to go research Title X. You understand where I'm coming from? Because you all are not paying attention. You just look at Title X and say, oh, well, what is Title X? Well, now we need to get into Title X. We're going to teach this morning. Let me put this up here. Hold on. Let me pull up Title X because I need y'all to understand what this is for. Because remember, they're trying to make it seem like Trump is the racist. You just heard them say they're going to restore the funding that Trump took away from Title X funds. If you all know about Title X funds, Title X funding were put in place when Nixon was in office. Hold on. I'm finna pull this up for y'all. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Now, let's go to this. And you all have to do your research. And I don't really use Wikipedia because it's not really a Wikipedia is not really credible. Anybody can write Wikipedia, but you can all go do your research in this. Title X Family Planning Program. Title X is legally designed to prioritize the needs of low-income families or uninsured people, including those who are not eligible for Medicaid. Now listen. Who y'all think they talking about? Who y'all think they talking about? Who do y'all think that they're talking about? When they say Title X is designed to prioritize the needs of low-income families and the uninsured. You don't think they talking about niggas in the hood? When we talk about some of the poorest communities across this nation, besides the trailer park, because we've already made it clear that when it comes to this elite group of people that only want a certain type of people to come into this society, because when you are talking about racism, right, or you talking about the KKK, or you talk about executing life, do you not understand that it is racist to kill a particular group of people based off of economic status? So Title X funding was put in place to execute low-income people. Do y'all get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're not good enough. Because you're poor. Because you're the bottom of the barrel. Because you're in the gutter, you don't deserve to live. Now, for me and all my folk, now I don't know about the rest of y'all, and I know I got a whole, group of diverse people that follow me, okay? I got black people from the hood follow me. I got goody two black folks, goody two shoe black folks that's following me. I got some white people from the hood that's following me, a trailer park or wherever. I got some white people that's following me that was born with silver spoon in their mouth that never had to struggle. But I happen to be somebody that come from the struggle. I happen to be somebody that was born into a poor family. I have to be somebody that came from generations of poverty. You basically telling me that nobody in my family should have been born. You basically saying that all of them should have been aborted because they were poor. All of these people that done made it out the hood, all of these celebrities, all of these actors, all of these people that y'all praise for overcoming the struggle, leave it up to Title X funding. Title X funding says that we should have been aborted. Not only should we have been aborted, but this money was put in place to pay for it. So you got an elite group of people that decided to take tax dollars to pay for the execution of black life in the womb. Now, they can no longer go hang us from trees. They can't kick in the door and take the black man out of the family and go hang them outside on a tree. They can't kick in the door and snatch the black kids out of the mama's arms and go hang them from the tree. What they said was, no, we're going to outsmart them yet once again. We're going to give them a choice. We're going to let you decide. Because if you make the choice, then you can't hold us accountable for it. So Black America, congratulations. You have been given a choice. And we have done, me too, I'm included. I'm post-abortive. I'm so 100 about who I am and where I come from. I'll never be one that feel like I'm sitting up high and looking down low. I'm speaking directly from experience. Yes, I was young. Yes, I didn't know no better. Yes, I bought the lie. Yes, I believed that I couldn't afford to have another child. I bought every lie that they gave me. Yes, I believed that it was in my best interest. But guess what? It wasn't in my best interest. Because that very baby that I aborted could have very well been the baby that could have changed my whole life. How many, and for me, unfortunately, my mother passed away when I was in prison. I never got a chance to show her who I was today. But best to believe, if my mother was still alive, baby, she'd be living in this $500,000 house with me, wouldn't have a worry or a care in the world. Her pocketbook would stay filled. I would work just to repay her for all her pain and her struggling. Our children are our blessings. We have allowed people to get into power, to finesse us, to make us believe that it is better for us to abort our children than to give them life. We have put people in power that fight for the right for our children to be executed. We have put people in power that have designated our tax dollars. The death of these babies is on all our hands. It's not just your hands, not just the mama. This is tax dollars. Now they say they're going to take away guns. I'm glad the brother just brought that up. Do black folk not realize that we were slaves so long because we didn't have guns? We couldn't protect ourselves. So they're going to take away your guns. They're going to put Big Willie in the bathroom with your daughter. They're going to allow transgender people to legally falsify government documents. Now, I know me, I went to prison for falsifying a government document. It was a car title. I changed it, right? I went to prison. Not only did I go to prison for falsifying a government document, but I was chained to a bed while giving birth for falsifying a government document. Now you telling me 16 years later, you can falsify a government document if you're gay? So I got to be gay to have rights. I got to be gay to get away with anything, right? Black America, wake up and listen. We love our brothers and sisters that live a homosexual life. That's your business. Let me be clear. What you do in your private life, what you do in your bedroom, that is your business. I am not God. I'm not watching it's none of my business. Just like what me and my husband do in the bed is nobody's business. I'm not against two consenting adults. I'm not. Do you? But I do have an issue with the way these things are being forced on our children. I do have an issue with the way society, right, is projecting gender dysphoria, right, onto our communities. I do have an issue with the way that our education system, right, with the help now of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, will be pushing this agenda, enforcing these agendas on our kids. Parents, you have to be careful because you have now been put in a position where if you protect your children can be taken away. Parents, you have now, and I'm only speaking from experience again. I've lived it. I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't experienced. And I love my baby to death. He looked just like me, like my twin. Love him to death. I'm only speaking from experience. Protect the mindset of our youth. Protect the innocence of our youth. Fight against radical agendas that execute life. Fight against radical agendas that pervert children. We can all stand together on this. You ain't got to be Republican, Democrat, gay, straight, black, white, or whatever. I got a lot of gay people that roll with me and understand exactly what I'm saying and support me 100%. They saying, hey, yeah, I'm gay, I'm grown, but come on now, let the kids be kids. This is all we're saying. This is all we are saying. Now, again, y'all getting ready to be in for a huge shock. This presidential election has not been called. Now, I'm trying to tell you, pay attention. Dig deeper than what you're seeing on the surface, okay? I got a magazine I'm finna get ready to put up where they said Hillary Clinton won, and she did not win. They had to retract. Most of America is hip to what's happening with this battle of these elites. It ain't Trump against black people. It's Trump against global elites. It's Trump against a radical agenda. Baby, you think it's you. It ain't you. You're fighting against the very people that are trying to not only save you, but trying to save our children. Did you see the last post I put up? Well, the one before I told y'all to go bathe? About the attorney that's representing Trump right now. Do you know who Sidney Powell is? Do you know that attorney is the one that took off the lid of what's going on with this Save the Children and human trafficking and what was going on with the Clinton Foundation? Huh? All of them missing kids from Haiti that they ain't been able to find. How you gonna vote for the people? Haiti been crying out for the longest. Y'all just ignored them. They saying, where are our children? They say our children are missing, y'all. Where are our children? We all heard this cry. Where are our children? But you have ignored the most vulnerable, the most innocent. Woe unto thee. Americans, fight back. I'm getting ready to fight back. Somebody said, I really need you and real Candace Owens to come together. I'm not good enough for Candace. Candace said, I'm from the gutter. You know, she goody two shoes. She done went and got married, you know, to some rich white man. She fired, she gone, she beyond me. I'm not good enough for Candace. So I'm going to stay over here in my lane where I ain't bothering nobody, where I'm just trying to enlighten my people. Don't nobody got to make it seem like they better than me because they sued the NAACP for racism and then came back and said white people ain't racist. I'm over here. Now, no disrespect to the sister. I respect her politics, but I don't respect, you know, there are a lot of things I don't respect, and we ain't got to get into that because we don't have time for that. I got to stay focused on what it is that we need to do in regards to this election and what we're trying to do with these children. That's my main focus. So sometimes, you know, you got to let people operate the way that they operate. Now, I'm somebody that can work with everybody, but I can't work with somebody that feel like they better than me just because I spent some time in prison. Because at the end of the day, baby, we still ended up in the same spot. I was sitting on one side of the president and you was sitting on the other. Okay? So sometimes you just have to let people be them. And that's my issue. Like, I never had an issue, you know, working with Candace. I've said many times, you know, that she's educated me on quite a few things. And I'm not the person to just try to hate on anybody. Now, the only time y'all gonna see me talk about black women is when they promoting for our babies to be aborted, or if they, you know, dogging black people that's dead. I got an issue with that. It ain't what you do, it's how you do. You understand where I'm coming from? But, you know, I wish her all the best. I'm very happy about her pregnancy. Y'all know I love the babies. Congratulations, you know, to her and her husband. And I wish her well in whatever her endeavors are coming in life. But I think that her and I don't operate on the same frequency. And I think that I'm for a certain demographic of people. And I feel that she is too. When it comes to, you know, preachers, every preacher has his own congregation. Although we are all trying to lead everybody to the promised land, but our deliveries are completely different. So I ain't against her, you know, big ups to her or whatever. But I don't feel like, you know, I'm better than other black people. Like, I came from the gutter with them. I'm going to respect them, even though they came from the gutter, because I know that coming from the gutter don't mean that you can't change your life or that you can't come up. So I hope that I can be that example and that fortitude to other people who are like me, who were, you know, born in poverty and born into dysfunction and fought to break generational curses. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. I appreciate you all tuning in to this live this morning. We're going to continue pressing forward. I do believe that there was cheating in this election. Like I said before, I am definitely going to press the issue. I'm going to speak with lawyers today. And it ain't even so much about winning, right? I don't have to win this race. I don't have to have it overturned and hand it back to me. But what we do want to do is expose corruption. And we want to make sure that our elections are protected moving forward. Somebody said you dog us all the time, fam. You a damn lie. You can't find one post of me dogging y'all. You can't find one. I tell the truth until you stop killing your damn children. But you ain't never seen me dogging y'all. I always uplift black people. And I got attacked, right, from the other side for doing so. Now, I am one that will fight up and stand for us, regardless of whether or not I'm a conservative. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you when you right and when you wrong. Me talking about them singing WAP in front of the White House, that don't represent who we are as a people. Okay? You can't scream, right, that you want respect, right, as a woman, and you run around talking about wet ass pussy. I got some wet ass. What? Do the whole world need to know it's wet? I thought that was just for your man. If you telling the whole world how wet it is, it must be for sale. If it ain't for sale, it's for free. That's not the representation that we want for our young women. That may be why we're in the position that we are in now. Okay? These are the same people that's demanding respect for women, but then you sit up and you idolize somebody like Amber Rose talking about slut walk. Slut walk. Hello? You proud to be a slut now? Hello? Hey, Eugene, good morning. I'm wonderful on my live. What's up? Hold on one second. Let me end this live. Listen, y'all, I gotta go. Stay woke, okay? The election has not been called because what's gonna happen is they're gonna have y'all thinking that Joe Biden won, and when these recounts come in and they overturn this election, you're gonna be in a trap again, outside mad, thinking some racists did something, trying to burn down your communities, tearing up everything in the areas that you live in. Then you're gonna get locked up. Then you're gonna be facing 10 years for arson. Then you're gonna be talking about a racist did it. No, you did it to yourself. Drain the swamp. Trump 2020. He's still your president. We will never support pedophiles like Joe Biden, and we will never support a baby killer like Kamala Harris. We want our children to live. We want our men to be strong, and we want our boys to grow up to be the men that they were destined to be. Peace out.
That's a whole fact right there. And like I say, you know what I'm saying, for the people that's tuning in right now, I actually didn't play the entirety of the live stream. So I will go back to the continuing, you know what I'm saying, of the live stream, which will be the beginning. So we're going to get all of these receipts over here. We're going to continue to go through these websites. And I also have, you know what I'm saying, some more footage for y'all in reference to Creepy Joe and what Creepy Joe was actually doing. If you can, hold on for 1 second, family. Okay, indeed. Yeah, we back in the building. Like I say, man, I had lost track of that charger. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get into all this Creepy Joe stuff right now. We're gonna run it down, man, with the rundown. All that stuff about the crime bill and some of the greatest moments with him, with him and his cohorts as well, because it was a lot of crazy stuff that has happened between, you know, damn near him, Hillary, Bill, and the whole damn gang, all of the people that actually support Planned Parenthood, that's actually a part of Planned Parenthood. Let's get into all of that right now, man. I dug up all these clips for y'all just so that y'all can see these Jim Jenks, man, because it's important right now that we understand who we're dealing with, what we're dealing with, despite of on how people feel about Trump and, you know, he raises this and that, dollar or whatever. Yeah, okay. All right. But just make sure that you got the receipts to be able to prove that stuff, because a lot of that stuff is falling on deaf ears right now. That's right. And people are opening their eyes every day to this science out here, man. Every day they open their eyes. Let's go, family.
But I want to assure the people of Haiti that the United States is a friend, a partner, and a supporter. And we will work with your government under the direction of President Préval to assist in every way we can.
This was at that moment right here in Haiti.
We had a very good meeting about all of the priorities of the Haitian government and the Haitian people.
Nous faisons une réunion très positive sur priorité que nous gagnons pour coordonner toute capacité, toute capacité du peuple haïtien pour nous capables de soulager.
This is before all of the Haitian kids actually went missing.
Humanitarian.
Hillary Clinton and Bill and their foundation supposedly was supposed to be to help out the Haitian community, help out Haiti in general. It wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of money that was raised and nothing was ever done.
We also are working with the Haitian government on the continuing rescue of those who can be rescued.
There you go.
There are nearly 30 teams from all over the world who are working right now to rescue people who are still alive.
Yeah, I bet. And that's the same way how they did them children, man, through Hurricane Katrina, the exact same damn way. Once that they lowered them down, hey, look, once they lowered those rope ladders down to them children, they were never seen from again. They were never seen from again. And like I say, when we start talking about accountability and the people that was actually a part of this, the people right now that's behind the scenes, man, all these monsters, man, that's out here stealing children. You know, we talk about it, we hear about it, but at the same time, when we start getting in here and then start running the receipts, man, I see now that there's people that still ain't gonna believe it, man. I already know they still ain't gonna believe it, man. I got to bring it to you live this morning. And like I say, everything that got to do with Joe, got to do with the Clintons, Kamala, how all of this stuff right here is wrapped up within itself. We're going to touch on a few of those. We're going to touch on a few of them topics this morning. Because like I say, when I heard Angela, I said, yeah, I already know she fed up. She feeling some kind of way. Man, I've been feeling some kind of damn way. You feel?
Switch gears and speak with Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton,
who
is coordinating the relief effort.
Here you go from the relief effort.
In Haiti. Good morning, Madam Secretary.
Good morning, Maggie.
We have heard all morning long from people in Haiti who just want help, and they're frustrated that it has been slow in arriving. We've also heard about the many resources that have been deployed to Haiti. Can you tell the people there and their relatives watching here in this country when you expect these resources will start to make a difference there?
Well, they already are. The president ordered a swift, coordinated, aggressive response, and that's exactly what we've been doing. But let me just give you a sense of what we're up against. The airport lost its air traffic control system, and of course it was damaged. In order to get the airport up and going so we can land the kind of heavy planes with the massive amounts of aid that is needed, we had to send in a military team to get the airport running. That has been accomplished. You heard about how the port has been damaged. That is a big problem because that prevents us from getting...
She ain't do nothing but lie the entire damn time. That's all that she did, man. There was no relief to Haiti, man. You ask anybody from Haiti, man. Haiti can't stand the damn Clintons. They don't want nothing to do with Bill or Hillary or none of these damn lies that Hillary telling, for that matter.
Worried about Americans in Haiti. It's 1-888
Yo, this is beyond me right now. And when I think about all of the stuff that's taking place and people still rush to the damn polls to go out and then support Joe Biden out of all damn people, that's how I know. The people that claim that they woke out here, that's how you can tell they're asleep, man. You could tell they gone, man. Yeah, and half of them just be chasing clout any damn way. It just be something to damn talk about. That's all it be. It just be something to talk about, man. That's it. 2020, man. Let's go ahead and then get into it, man. Yeah, with all of this, let's go ahead and just take the seal off for all these secret organizations, all these private affiliations, all these people out here playing with it, hiding and stuff like that or whatever. Boom, let's just go ahead and just hit them in the head, y'all. Let's go with the one time, man.
So 25 years after the 1994 crime bill was...
Oh, yeah, let's hear it about Joe right now. Let's hear about that crime bill, y'all.
We are still having conversations about the import.
I want to hear this right here.
And significance of the bill.
That 1994 crime bill.
Told you. Look at it. Right there.
It did contribute to mass incarceration in our...
She know what it contributed to.
It's important that people remember the context of the political environment in the early 1990s.
The other big piece of legislation on Capitol Hill tonight is the crime bill.
Now, violent crime peaked in 1991, and the drafters of the bill didn't know that in 1993 and 1994.
Look at it.
Drafting and signing.
See that?
Urban areas, urban cities across the country were ravaged by crack cocaine.
See that?
And Americans were afraid of crime. The 1994 crime bill was signed by President Bill Clinton. This was a pretty significant bill at the time, and President Clinton and Senator Biden at the time were right that the bill was significant.
The most significant federal effort to deal with violent crime in America that has ever been undertaken.
It was important for a Democrat at the time to be seen as taking a significant role in trying to reduce crime and violence in the United States. And at the time, the Congressional Black Caucus was part of the...
Look at him. You seen Barry.
Bill. And the Congressional Black Caucus didn't want everything that was included in this bill, it became clear that the provisions in the 94 crime bill were going to be a political compromise. And so the history is much more complicated than is sometimes portrayed by the media. Now, what did the bill do? Just like a lot of political compromises.
Hold on for a second, fam. I see they trying to glitch me up. I'm in here talking about that crime bill. Come on, YouTube. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Because you know it's all facts. It's all truth right now. We're going to make sure we get all the way in, Creepy Joe. That's right. We're going to run that whole crime bill, Jim Jank, to the Jim Jank. We're not going to do that early this morning. Yeah, you already know they got a rather crafty way to be able to stop knowledge. Nah, let's go through the entirety of this thing right here. Hold on, I got y'all. And shout out to everybody that already smashed that like button. It's early. We here for it. And like I say, back when this crime bill right here was established, it's people that act like they don't have uncles and cousins that didn't go through, you know what I'm saying, what this crime bill was actually about, okay? That's right, the enforcement of all of this crazy stuff right here, man. Let's talk about it, family.
Funding to hire cops.
Now, that's the main damn thing right there, that funding for them cops. That's the main damn thing.
100,000 cops were funded. It was about $14 million at the time for community policing. The bill also enacted the Violence Against Women Act that provided funding to protect women and victims of domestic violence and crimes against women. But the most pernicious provision of the 1994 crime bill was its $12 billion that was authorized for states across the country that would enact what's called truth in sentencing laws. That funding literally paid states to increase the number of prison beds that they allocated for individuals convicted of violent crime in this country to serve 85% of their sentences behind bars. The reason that provision is so important, and the reason we're still talking about it today, is the federal government essentially subsidized states across the country to build more prisons. So 25 years later, you know, the crime bill is being debated.
You stood up and used that tough on crime, phony rhetoric. That bill was a huge mistake.
There's no question that that crime bill
contributed
to America's mass incarceration.
1994 crime bill, we had a gigantic epidemic of violence, particularly in African American communities. The notion was overwhelmingly supported. It was supported by the Black Caucus in the United States Senate by and large.
And the reason that the crime bill comes up so often is, you know, today in 2019, it is hard for so many people to understand why the federal government would pay states to incarcerate more people, given the.
Hold on for a second. I think Encyclopedia Britannica. Yeah, I think they done tried to hit me. Wait a minute, hold on for a second. Let me make sure I'm to the good. Yeah, they keep on popping the volume on my live, wait a minute, and glitching the video. So hold on for a second. Let me go through this right quick. Yeah, so they can understand exactly what's going on. Yeah, I don't want them to think no crazy stuff going on or whatever. Hold on for 1 second. Let me get this out of here. Yeah, before they get to that crazy stuff, trying to ban me in all countries and all that. You know what I mean? Hold on for a second. Oh man, boy, they crazy, boy. These people are crazy out here. Now, why wouldn't they want me to play this during the live stream right here? That's the question that you gotta ask yourself. Like, what's going on? Woo! We got to heat Joe up this morning, man. You know Joe was a part of that crime bill, man. Don't play like he wasn't. Yeah, you out there hooting and hollering only because you feel like that Trump done lost the election and stuff or whatever. Don't be getting upset about that stuff. You all right? Yeah, get that work. That's the main thing about it. When you tuned in, get that work. Say, oh, wow, Maya, I didn't even know that. That's how you wake up in the morning, yo. I'm telling you, man. Get all of it.
Gives you a chance to do something about it. A chance to be tough.
Oh, my God. There you go.
Smart.
There you go.
Demon. The crime all of the federal bills that galvanized prison spending, that galvanized more arrests, more incarceration, and we need to look to the future. And today, the United States leads the world in terms of incarceration. In fact, if each state were its own country, 23 states would have the highest incarceration rate in the world. Any candidate running for election who's serious about criminal justice reform, who's serious about cutting the prison population by 50%, needs to take a hard look at what has worked and hasn't worked in terms of our past criminal justice policies and understand that federal funding to increase the number of beds in prisons across the country is simply not a way to create safer and healthier communities.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel.
Nah, well, you don't get no promotion on that. We just promoting the truth over here, okay? We appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, coming through with the come through and all that. But yeah, we to the good on that right there. We ain't doing no free promotions, man. We just blasting and exposing over here. It's Expose the Elite time. That's what this is right here. We got more clips for you early this morning. That's right. I know that this is a woke chat right here. I could tell this morning that, hey, look, the vibrations even feel different. Oh, yeah. We're going to get the rest of it now. Let me see which way we're going to go. Oh, yeah. And that was another thing, too, that I want to speak to y'all about, right? And it's about Timberlands. And when I kept talking about Haiti, right, I failed to mention Timberland and what Timberland did. Now, do you remember like the insurgents around like 91 and 92, how everybody just, you know, just popped up with a pair of Timberlands? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to NYC, because I rock the Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Timbs like for real. But the thing about it is all of this stuff with Bill Clinton that I've been talking about with Haiti, these children being missing, the disappearing of children, that large amount of money that the Clintons still haven't explained where it went, right? Now you're going to see on how that Timberland came within all this shit right here. All this shit from the rap community, from everybody wearing the Timberlands, doing free promotion and not getting paid. I'm going to show you what all of that is about. And it's strange, man. It's strange as hell. Because when I found this shit out, I just was like, wait a minute, wait. I was like, hold on. I was like, nah, we not moving like that. Like, now I know I just didn't buy into this shit right here. Yeah, and you probably bought the fuck up in it too. So if you did, tune the fuck in and you're going to see now how Timberland has been a part of this damn psyop too. Right. Facts. Let's go, man.
Recently met with former President Bill Clinton.
Look.
Man's efforts to 7.5 million trees in Haiti over the past decade.
Timberland's brand purpose is to inspire and equip the world to step outside, work together, and make it better. And when you come to Haiti, you really see all pieces of purpose working side by side.
In September,
Timberland
renewed its effort to offset the impacts of climate change with a pledge to plant another 50 million trees around the world by 2025. In Haiti, Timberland's collaboration with the Smallholder Farmers Alliance invites farmers to earn credits in return for planting,
look at this,
and maintaining
what the
trees. Farmers can
so they get to earn credit and shit or whatever. Okay, so motherfuckers over here paying $165 to $200 for a pair of Timberlands. People over here planting trees and shit, and the only thing they get is some credit.
Exchange their credits for high quality seed.
What the hell? So they get to exchange it for high quality seeds and shit or whatever. Now that's not only a smack in the face, but that should show you what you spend your damn money on. This shit is wild.
Agricultural training and other services.
Oh my
Restoring
God.
Tree cover to Haiti and enabling
That's how you
farmers
did
to
that.
increase their crop.
That's how you did that. That's how they did that with that leather, them damn shoestrings and every damn thing else.
And income.
Look at that. Look at that. He got a shape up and every motherfucking thing up on the gym. Who the fuck be having a shape up and shit on the farm and shit working? Look at this shit, man. You see what I'm saying? They put it all up in your face, just like how Angela Stanton was talking about that Planned Parenthood billboard that she seen, and the girl had blonde hair and she was looking like a hood chicken shit or whatever. You see that she got an edge up in every motherfucking thing.
Timberland is also working with the
man,
to create a sustainable new supply chain of organic cotton in Haiti for Timberland products. President Clinton was impressed with Timberland's efforts and invited brand leaders to share their environmental commitments at the Clinton Global Initiative Action Network meeting in February.
Now that's fucking ending this shit out of all damn people. People been rocking Timbs, been going hard in the tent. Yeah, I got the bus. Yeah. I got the chuckers on. Yeah. I went and copped the butters. You went and copped the butters, but you was in support of people in Haiti fucking with Timberland. Like Timberland over there actually helping Haiti out. Timberland ain't helped out a damn thing. Right. See how these people keep on running these damn narratives? It's never ended. Tell me if the wormhole does not go deep, y'all. Been in here rocking them gym joints too. You know what I'm saying? You like, but I had to go. Yeah, I had to go. I had to go cop me a pair of Timbs. Yeah, you went to go cop a pair of Timbs, but but wow, now we know. That's why I say, man, 2020 is definitely the year of exposing this thing, man. All of it, all of the affiliates, all of the people that's a part of this stuff right here, man. Let the tape play, man. Let's go, man. We ain't done yet. Oh no. Check this out now. Peep game.
Today, the bickering stops. The era of excuses is over. The law-abiding citizens of our country have made their voices heard. Never again would Washington put politics and party above law and order. From this day forward, let us put partisanship behind us. And let us go forward, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, law enforcement, community leaders, ordinary citizens. Let us roll up our sleeves to roll back this awful tide of violence and reduce crime in our country. We have the tools now. Let us get about the business of using them.
See there? Look, there you go. That's the signing right there, the crime bill. This was that moment. This was that great moment. Look. Yeah. You hear that shit, man? Look, 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 look. See that? See that? Right at that moment. Entire live stream. I don't even know how that happened, but it did happen. I appreciate you all for holding on. We'll get back up in the building. Let me. Yeah, they kicked me out of the entire live stream. Wow. Oh, we got sound now. We should be good now. Yeah, drop the ones if we clear. You say it's no sound? Okay. Yeah, just drop the ones if we in the building now. Yeah, drop the ones if we clear. Okay, I hear it. All right, we back in the building. We go ahead and then get to it. I'm like, damn, they want to shut me down and everything, right? I appreciate the shares too. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody smashing that like button. Like I said, we still up in the building, man. They tried to shut the stream down. I think it was too much information being dropped. This is a small channel, okay? Right. And being that it is a small channel, one got to even be questioning why they worried about the stream over here. Why they worried about this information? I think it's too much truth being dropped. You know, kick me out the entire stream. Okay, where ain't nobody scared because you kicking motherfucker scream or whatever. Okay, whatever, yo. Nah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna put extra emphasis on it now just because y'all feel like that. Yeah, I think I'm faster than y'all. Hey, y'all gotta do y'all job. I gotta do mine. Right. I just put the disclaimer up. I think that's what it is. I think it's the truth, man. I'm like, I just put the disclaimer. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. I'm still running my gym, Jank. However that you feel about it. You can block it in however many damn countries that you want to. It don't even matter to me. Right. This ain't the only channel. And that's a whole fact that, nah, this ain't the only damn channel. You can believe that. Yeah, they trying to glitch everything right now. Wait a minute. I got you. Hold on. Tried it though. You can't win though. Oh, you can't win against that truth. No way. Let's go, man.
I've been heavily involved with Haiti for 15 plus years. I've been enchanted by the beauty and bounty of the land, the history and culture, spirit and resilience of the Haitian people. I've been working with the government, the international business community, NGOs to help the people of Haiti implement plans for a more modern economy and society.
What we're trying to do is provide economic opportunities and also provide nutrition.
This is the biggest return for under $1 million to help people chart their own course in life I've yet seen. It's stunning. It's amazing. we were making very good progress to create a future that finally reflected the dreams and desires of the Haitian people. Then, in mere moments, 7.0 magnitude earthquake turned buildings to rubble, took the lives of hundreds of thousands, and set back the progress we'd made. In the immediate aftermath, our foundation launched a relief fund and worked around the clock to mobilize food, water, shelter, and emergency medical care to the millions who needed it.
This is a model that works.
Look.
After the terrible tsunami in Asia, President Bush turned to President Clinton to lead a similar fund. That effort raised substantial resources for the victims of that disaster.
President Clinton is always here to help Haitians to rebuild Haiti, show to the people that we can do something together.
You know he lying like hell. No, ain't no telling what they done paid his ass to say that.
This is all thanks to the Clinton Foundation putting the right partners together.
Continuing to highlight investment opportunities.
See that?
Serve important cultural
investment opportunities.
You can give the people of Haiti the tools to overcome their past to build a better future.
Yes, I am.
To make sure their children and grandchildren won't have to leave home. To manifest their talents.
Hey, look. He got all that ass over there rocked to sleep. He got every damn last one of them rocked to sleep. I ain't fell for that shit from damn day one. All these people that they got up here and shit or whatever, man, they could even be motherfucking paid actors to tell you the fucking truth, because with that unaccounted for money that the Clintons still ain't fucking produced, people are still asking the question like, where's all the money that you raised in Haiti? You would think that Haiti will be looking like somewhere in Cali or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Looking like some, you know, like a smaller level Baldwin Hills or something like that or whatever. Yeah, community with like 40,000 homes or whatever. Like where's all of the money that they raised? And then with the children that supposedly, allegedly, that was rescued from Haiti, where them children at? Ain't nobody talking about that. Y'all just lost, hey, look, just lost the whole mission. Like they helping folks out. Then you got folks like Timberland out here. Yeah, Timberland with the mission and the whole damn nine. Right, we got to start looking into CEOs. We got to start looking at people, you know, on different levels throughout Timberland now, just to see if they have actually been taking trips and going to different countries, so to say, because we got a lot of children that's turning up missing. We got a lot of damn buyers, and don't think for a second that any of and all of that stuff right there gonna get away from us. No, we're not gonna do that. We're going to make sure that we keep putting Planned Parenthood on blast. We're going to put all these secret and private organizations on blast, all of the affiliative ties, what these people have. Yeah, most definitely. Oh, and I got to make sure, too, that I put some more emphasis on Creepy Joe, too. Let's get back to Creepy Joe this morning and what Creepy Joe be doing and what Creepy Joe told that little girl. When he grabbed her arm and then walked off with her. Right, and the Guardian actually caught this one right here. Now, peep game, right? Now, I want you to see Creepy Joe's interaction with this child. This is the weirdest that I think that I have seen of the Creepy Joe series right here. But I am not surprised at all by somebody like Joe Biden. So, look at this right here, man. Now, tell me if this is not weird as hell.
By the way, guys, nothing artificial about it. If we don't win, if you don't win,
listen to him.
You got a problem. If you win, we win. The future, right? You realize 54% of the American people think their children will never reach.
Say it cut off.
That's never happened before. 54%. And you guys can sit the edge or what?
Oh, they get mad at me right now. They glitch me up like crazy.
By the way, he gave me permission to touch him. All right.
Joe Biden just said that small child gave him permission to touch him. Now, they are glitching my stream up right now for some strange reason. I don't know why, but they is going in on me right now. Like everywhere. Every stream that I switch to right now, they are lagging me in every damn thing. But like I say, my sole intent this morning was not only to show you this with Angela Stanton, but to put even extra emphasis on what's actually taking place, who these people are, what their affiliative ties actually are. Okay, so just know about Joe Biden, what Joe Biden doing. Okay, shout out to Angela Stanton for even opening up, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of the live stream this morning, because she touched on some very, you know what I'm saying, exclusive points that we all need to research, you know, going all the way from Title X, as she calls, Title 10. We're going to go to all of that more that was presented like within the confines of this whole live stream. It's like I'm right here now just trying to like re-jog my mind through the whole damn thing right now, especially when she was speaking about children and children rights, and you know, children actually, you know, going and then using the same bathroom, the same restroom while at school, and the people that are a part of that movement that's allowing for that shit to take place. That's a serious fucking issue that we need to be addressing right now, family. Because if it's going to that point right now that Planned Parenthood is actually offering people fertility pills and stuff like that, steroids and the whole damn nine, just think, man, you're gonna have dudes out here that's gonna be thinking that they women, that's gonna be like, shit, I can't even afford, you know what I'm saying, have that surgery or whatever, but shit, I'm gonna go ahead to Planned Parenthood, and then I'm gonna go through this program, you know, that Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, is backing, that he is making sure that it gets, excuse me, that he making sure that it get reinstalled or whatever, right? This is the weirdest shit to me. I'm just like, is this what the fuck that people's a part of? Because as much as people dislike Trump, as much as people disagree with Trump, but at the same damn time, this is what you want to take place. Now, this is the first thing getting into the damn White House that he's talking about doing. And I'm like, you cool with that? You want your children to actually go to school, and you want your daughter to go to school and be using the same bathroom with a teenage male? Like, are you serious right now? Like, that is the weirdest shit. But hey, like I say, on reporting on all of this and more, I see now that there's some people that's done been rocked the fuck to sleep. Y'all done been rocked to damn sleep, man. Word up. And it's like when I come in here and when I speak about this, I'm like, yo, do your own research. You don't have to just listen to me. You ain't got to say, well, this is what world is saying. No, go research it yourself. If you want to refute it or something like that, yeah, just research everything that's been within the confines of this live stream. You are even invited to come and discuss anything that you heard today. Yeah, any damn thing that took place. You say, can I go with the sub? And you tuning into my show right now. Yeah, you might be the first one to leave. Matter of fact, moderators, go ahead and handle that. Max Dedham. Yeah, you the first one to leave, man. Yeah, you new over here. You can't be new over here with the sideways comments. It's too early for that. Right. See, we got trolls that don't want this information out here. They done been, hey, look, they done been sent over here. Go ahead and beam them out. Send them to beam heaven as fast as this right here. Especially with Title X, what it guarantees, what it provides for people, and why there are. And the people that I'm speaking about is Joe Biden. To go. Me, I disagree with it totally. I'm not down with room usage for students. Promotes, it doesn't educate, but that promotes the wrong damn thing. Okay, that's like going a little too far with it right now. Okay, facts. So the OPA, the Title X, operates by granting funds to a network of related counseling and other preventative health departments, tribal organizations, hospitals, organizations, and various public. 1899 agencies receive Title X, including 8 U.S. territories. OPA estimates % of the countries in the U.S. 10 subsequently award regional services and training grant program performance. Planned Parenthood clinics and programs serving 40% of all Title X patients to reduce unintended pregnancy testing and counseling, basic infertility service, preconception healthcare, and sexually transmitted disease services. Services provided by Title X grants includes family planning and provision of contraception, education and counseling, breast and pelvic exams, breast and cervical cancer screenings and treatment for sexually transmitted infections and human immunodeficiency virus, education about preventing STIs and HIV, and counseling for affected patients, referrals and other health care resources, pregnancy diagnosis and pregnancy counseling. This is bugged out, man. They doing the most right now, man. They are doing the most right now. It's wild. Say 300 million per year. Say since then, the appropriated budget has been below 300 million per year, with 286 million yearly budget between 2014 through 2019. Good grace. Title X has served millions of people throughout the years, according to HS. Let me see what the HHS is. Hold on. The United States Department of Health and Human Services. Estimates in 2018 alone, Title X served 3.9 million family planning clients through 6.5 million encounters. When was this? Hold on. That was in 2019. What is it? 2020 0511. Okay, because I'm gonna be looking up all these joints because I'm nosy and I just want to fucking know. Now, without publicly funded family planning services, the number of unintended pregnancies and abortions in the United States will be nearly 2/3 higher among women overall, as well as teens. The number of unintended pregnancies among poor women would nearly double. In 2018, Title X funding was used to cover more than 600,000 tests for cervical cancer, more than 800,000 tests for breast cancer, and almost 5 million tests for STDs. I don't believe none of them motherfucking stats right there. I don't believe not nailed damn one of them, man. Since its inception, Title X has not directly provided funds for programs that use abortion as family planning method. At the same time, by preventing unintended pregnancies, Title X has decreased the number of abortions in the United States. And I'm still asking the damn question, where are these fetuses going to? No one has an answer for that stuff right there. They don't have an answer for that one, man. I'm telling you they don't. Abortion opponents took issue with Title X since 25% of Title X money went to Planned Parenthood affiliates. This is the shit that I'm talking about. You see this over and over again. It keep going in this. It's going in the same circle. I'm showing you this right here over and over again. Matter of fact, let's just go to that Jim Jank right quick, man. Yeah, man, this is insane. Now, peep game with the peep game. Now let's go to Planned Parenthood for a minute, right? Let's look at just exactly who they are before we even get to them videos and all that right there. But Planned Parenthood Federation of America Incorporation, or Planned Parenthood, is a nonprofit organization that provides reproductive health care in the United States and globally. It's a tax-exempt corporation under the Internal Revenue Code, Section 501c3, and a member association of the International Planned Parenthood Federation. It has its roots in Brooklyn, New York, where Margaret Sanger, the demon, the head demon of them all, as you can clearly see right there, the head demon, the head honcho. This is the exact same damn woman right here that Hillary Clinton quoted for years and stood by right here. States that she's an American birth control activist, sex educator, writer, and nurse. Sanger popularized the term Birth control opened the first birth control clinic in the United States and established organizations that evolved into Planned Parenthood Federation. Now, peep game with the peep game. Now, all of this is strange to me. Planned Parenthood consists of 159 medical and non-medical affiliates, which operate over 600 health clinics in the U.S. It's partners with organizations in 12 countries globally. Soon as I hear that partnering with 12 countries globally, I just can't take my, my mind away from thinking about the children. And between these 12 unnamed countries that they say that they're partnering with, and just where a lot of these children just may fucking be at right now. I see a huge cover up, y'all. Now, the organization directly provides a variety of reproductive health services and sexual education, contributes to the research in reproductive technology, and advocates for the protection and the expansion of reproductive rights. Research shows that the closures of Planned Parenthood clinics lead to the increases in maternal mortality rates. Do you see this, yo? That just bugged out. And I'm just like, yo, man, like, come on, man. And even looking at, matter of fact, let's look at some of these awards right quick. Let's go into these awards, man. Let's go into these awards right quick, man. You know they'll try to hide this shit, man. We just troll their ass, man. We just troll for the information, man. Fuck it, we in here. Okay, in 1966, the PPFA began awarding the Margaret Sanger Award annually to honor, in their words, individuals of distinction and recognition of excellence and leadership in furthering reproductive health and reproductive rights. Oh, wow. In the first year, it was awarded for 4 men: Carl G. Hartman, William Henry Draper. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Because for some reason, they don't even have a photo of Carter. That'll be William Draper right there. That's Lyndon Baines Johnson. And, of course, we already know Martin Luther King Jr., okay? Now, later receipts have included John D. Rockefeller. We see this, right? Of course, Katharine Hepburn, Jane Fonda, and Hillary Clinton. Oh, yeah, let's not leave out Ted Turner, American media proprietor, producer, and philanthropist. As a businessman, he is known as the founder of the cable news network CNN, the first 24-hour cable news channel. In addition, he founded WTBS, which pioneers the superstation. Okay, now let's look at the services. Now, the services provided by the PPFA affiliates vary by location, with just over half of Planned Parenthood affiliates in the U.S. performing abortion. Services provided by them include birth control and long-active reversible contraceptive, emergency contraceptive, and clinical breast examination, and cervical cancer. And of course, we do, in fact, have, the screening, pregnancy testing, pregnancy options, counseling, prenatal care, testing and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, sex educations, vasectomies, LGBT services, and abortion. Contrary to the assumption of some, Planned Parenthood conducts cancer screenings but does not provide mammograms. You see this stuff, man? See, now I see that we're going to have to start going through all of this stuff right here. Yeah, we're going to have to go through everything now. Because I'm thinking for a second, that we on the same page. But then when y'all start slipping and thinking that Joe Biden is definitely like a legitimate candidate, you got to understand, man, everything that come along with this, man. Everything that already been brought to the forefront and the things that people are not touching on. Now, like I say, I'm going to get back to that video, right? Oh, no, let me show you this one right here. This is the funniest one right here. I'm not even going to tell you what this is. I just want you to see how they interact with each other. When I say they, I want you to see how they interact with each other. Now, this one, they was going at each other neck and stuff and all that or whatever. Now, peep game. Now, they supposed to be president and vice president and all this shit or whatever, right? This is the most hilarious of all damn videos. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden going in on each other. Yeah, see, they don't want to talk about that. And when I found this video on YouTube, I seen in the comments, they kept saying that they were deleting this video. So hopefully they are not making an attempt to be able to delete this damn live stream, right? Because if it do, you make sure you hit my DM. I'm going to send you the link and tell you exactly where I got this video from. Now, peep game. Now, with the interaction between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing.
Look,
tell it.
Everything I've done in my career, I ran because of civil rights. I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
But Vice President Biden, do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America? Then, do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Uh-oh.
There was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a local decision. So
that's where the federal government must step in. That's why we have the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. That's why we need to pass the Equality Act. That's why we need to pass the ERA, because there are moments in history where states fail to preserve the civil rights of all.
This is weird, right? That's weird as hell, right? Say they kept deleting the damn video. I'm like, oh, I see why they want to keep deleting that video right there. That show you. And as much as I'm always talking about actors and actresses and entertainers, you've seen some of the greatest acting, within this damn presidential race. That's right. You've seen it. Back and forth acting, man. That's all that it is, man. They gonna continue to do this stuff right here. Now, here go to I want y'all to hear this about Planned Parenthood, when they withdraw, from Title X program over Trump. Now, this is exclusively from Planned Parenthood. Now, this is what will make you base your decisions. Now, listen to this, yo.
Title X family planning program. After months of saying it will not comply with new Trump administration rules for Title X, Planned Parenthood says the Trump administration has forced them out of the program, which provides reproductive health care for millions of low-income people. The new rules govern how providers can talk to patients about abortion. NPR's Sarah McCammon covers reproductive rights. She's with us now. Hey, Sarah.
Hi there.
So the backdrop here is the U.S. Court of Appeals decided on Friday that it would not block this Trump administration rule. And today we heard from Planned Parenthood and other groups, and they're out.
Right. A lot of clinics around the country that have been in this program for a long time say they're out of Title X as of today. And that is because of a deadline set by the Department of Health and Human Services to show that these groups who receive these funds are complying with the Trump administration rules. And you're right, a federal court said it would not block them. The regulations say that except in rare cases like rape, incest, or medical emergency, Title X recipients cannot refer their patients for abortion or provide them. And we heard from Planned Parenthood acting president Alexis McGill-Johnson today. She says they won't comply with that rule. She says it's unethical and gets in the way of the doctor-patient relationship.
At Planned Parenthood, we refuse to cower to the Trump-Pence administration. We will not be bullied into withholding abortion information from our patients. Our patients deserve to make their own healthcare decisions, not to be forced to have Donald Trump or Mike Pence make those decisions for them.
And anyone who's followed this knows Planned Parenthood has been saying this for a while, but this is kind of the rubber meeting the road. McGill-Johnson says Planned Parenthood affiliates around the country that received these funds are sending letters to the federal government today announcing their withdrawal from Title X. Also today, at least one other group, Maine Family Planning, letters to the federal government today announcing their withdrawal from Title X. Also today, at least one other group, Maine Family Planning, said it's doing the same.
All right. So setting aside letters and all the legalese and policy issues, I mean, what does this mean if I am a woman and I rely on Planned Parenthood for services from birth control to pregnancy tests and so on?
Right. Well, Planned Parenthood has declined to put an exact dollar figure on what Title X means for their organization. So it's hard to know exactly how large of a share of their budget it is. But it is a big program, and Planned Parenthood serves 4 in 10 people who receive it. So for Planned Parenthood clinics, what they're saying is it could mean longer wait times for appointments. Some people may wait longer for care or go without it, may have to drive longer distances for treatment or pay more than they've paid in the past. In rural areas, the impact is likely going to be bigger. In Maine, for example, state with a lot of rural areas, of course, Maine Family Planning is the only Title X grantee, and they again are withdrawing. I spoke with an attorney who's representing them in a lawsuit against this rule, and she said as many as 15 clinics could be forced to close in Maine if other funding sources can't be found. These groups are looking for other types of funding, but they say they cannot patch through forever.
President Trump and his supporters, are they counting this move today as a victory?
Definitely. President Trump and other Republicans have promised to defund Planned Parenthood, as they put it. They've campaigned on that. I talked to Doreen Denny of Concerned Women for America, a group that opposes abortion rights. She says no public dollars should go to Planned Parenthood if they are involved in abortion in any way.
Planned Parenthood certainly knew that they had a choice to make when they were first applied for grants this round. They knew that these rules could take effect, so this isn't a surprise to them.
And Denny and others would like to see other groups, including crisis pregnancy centers that counsel patients against abortion, get these funds. And they hope this is sort of a step toward that. Reproductive health advocates warn that this is really puncturing, though, the safety net that a lot of patients know.
Just briefly, Sarah, are we expecting more legal challenges to this Trump administration rule?
Well, there are several underway, and those will continue. We'll also be watching in the coming months to see what kinds of other organizations apply for and get Title X funds under these new rules.
All right, that is NPR's Sarah McCammon reporting on these latest developments with Planned Parenthood and Title X. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
See, hey, look at here. Trump been up on game. See, that's why they were going at his neck. They wouldn't want that information to get put out there. That's what be happening. Whenever somebody don't want you to get no information out there, they'll try to knock you off. And as you see, what just took place with Trump, they tried to then throw it off and give the people the impression that, you know, by not having the money, that certain services within Planned Parenthood wouldn't be available, but wouldn't be available only to low-income families, to minorities, okay? They never said at one time, or they never spoke about at one time, fertility clinics that are in European neighborhoods. They don't have Planned Parenthood in European neighborhoods. They don't have them anywhere near the CVS or the Walgreens. It just cannot be found. Okay, and even if it is around a damn Walgreens or a damn CVS that has something to do with that city, state, and coding, zoning, like zoning in that area or whatever. But this is wild, man. All of this stuff right here is crazy, from Planned Parenthood to all this stuff with Creepy Joe, and like I say, with Angela Stanton setting it off earlier today. I actually started at the end of the joint, okay? For the people that's still tuning in, I started off damn near at the end of the live stream because it was certain points that she was making, you know, that really touched me. And when you start talking about that Title X or Title 10 and what they're doing with these titles and the way that they're going to make an attempt to be able to incorporate this throughout the public school system, you have to think about how they're going to force feed our children. All of our children are about to be force fed now. So they're not even going to have a damn choice. So just think, if your daughter is 6 or 7 years old and she's in school, whenever that she got to go use the bathroom, she might go to the bathroom. It's like an 8 or 9 year old there, 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12-year-old that's standing in there at using the bathroom, or in the stall right beside her, or a young child who may even, while not being up under the watchful eye of their parents, probably have stumbled upon some porn or on their smartphone and even want to make an attempt to take it to a physical, sexual level, okay? That's what all of this stuff right here, I quote unquote, is doing. It's like it's giving these things a right. It's giving these things a voice right now. And despite on whether or not you agree with Trump or dislike Trump or not, now I know you're not for that stuff right there. Now, come on now. Now, just think now, if you're at the mall and then your daughter has to use the bathroom or, take a squat, or your son got to use the restroom or whatever, you're going to be good or whatever with your, your son using the bathroom and a guy's coming in there dressed like a woman and then using the bathroom right beside him. Like, that's weird. You see, This is what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is actually, you know, they're putting this out here. They're incorporating this within the psyche of people low key. I've seen people celebrating, jumping up and down and happy. I'm like, what is it about your nieces and nephews you dislike so much that you would even push them to the point to live opposite of the gender that they was born in? Like, that's weird to me. I'm like, so that's what you're a part of. So I understand why certain television programs are still existing. I get it. That's why the cartoons now have gay characters in it. That's why when you see commercials, there's a lot of this gay activity that's actually going on. And they're pushing the banner right now by saying that they're giving rights to the trans community. I don't dislike, you know, people that's gay or trans. That's your choice with whatever that you decide and however that you decide to live your life. But at the same time, it's crazy how people have made an attempt to win an election based off people with their indifference sexually. Okay. Now, when you start talking about all of this different training and all these different programs and stuff or whatever, maybe y'all should like focus a little more on that as opposed to saying, hey, you can be whatever. Because I'm not about to tell a 6-year-old if I see him in a store or any damn where else that it's okay for him to wear a dress, whether I'm their father or not. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Whenever I start seeing some gay stuff like that, I'm gonna pick up a football and throw it at a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't even gotta know him. Like, yo, come on up out of that, man. See, this is what they're pushing. They want this stuff to be legitimate throughout our communities. You know why? Because it makes them easier. It makes our children easier to be removed. It makes our children easier to be taken advantage of, whether you get it or not. Okay. So if your children are back watching cartoons and they have gay characters in it, your children is going to think that that behavior is appropriate in multiple settings. Okay. And the things that, you know, certain television programs like the cartoons or whatever, the stuff that they're putting out right now, it's crazy because the parents don't have time all day to sit and monitor their children. You see, but you got people like Joe Biden. Of course, you've seen the cartoon. You got people like Joe Biden that's calling black children cockroaches. Okay. Now, the inferiority thing, I really have an issue with. I really got an issue with that right there. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. We can't just we can't move like that, man. You know, like I say, whether you dislike Trump or not, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. You know, I can't tell a person what to believe or how to move and stuff like that, you know, but at the same time, I'm just asking, like, are you seriously down with this type of stuff? Because before, when we were speaking about this stuff, we was crazy and yeah, I mean, like, are you serious right now? With all of the proof that's being provided right now, are you serious? Come on, man. We're going back in with Edge, man. Let's go, man. Yeah, man. I came this morning, man.
Come on, black people. You've been here how many years?
Let's go, man.
400 years? You still the minority? Why? Why are black people still the minority after 400 years? Why are you still the minority? Why are you still crying oppression? Why hasn't your numbers doubled? Huh? Because you don't understand that 46% of our population has been aborted from these same people that's telling you they for you. They not for you, baby. Anybody that want to pay for your baby to be aborted is against you. They're not for you. Pay for me to get an education. Huh? Pay for me to learn financial literacy. Pay for me to start a business. Pay for me a down payment on a home so me and my children can have somewhere to live, have somewhere to call home. Pay for that. But you don't want to pay for that. You want to pay for my children to be aborted. You want to make sure that they're dead before they even take their first breath. Because to you, it's one less nigga to worry about. That's why all the abortion clinics is in our neighborhoods. Plain and simple. We get abortion clinics, they get fertility clinics. But y'all keep letting these people play y'all. You let these people make you think that the people that want to abort your children is for black life and right to keep and preserve black life. They got you thinking he the enemy. Anybody that wants your children to live is a friend. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that this election was rigged. Okay? Somebody said you burnt hurt because you had an abortion. No, I'm butt hurt because black people feel liberated by killing their children. That's what I'm butt hurt about. I'm butt hurt because ignorant niggas like you put shit like that in the comments and make you and you think that it makes you look good when really it makes you look dumb.
That's right.
I'm upset because black people don't understand abortion mean killing my damn baby. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad because dumbass niggas in my comments like you feel liberated, right, by hollering abortion, but at the same time you want to fight white supremacy, but you the same person that's going to go into an abortion clinic and pay a white abortionist to kill your own child, right, to execute your own lifeline. That's what I'm upset about. I'm upset by the ignorance. That's what I'm upset about. That's what I'm upset about. I'm upset because y'all look like some damn fools to you white folk. I done sat around enough of them, heard enough of the conversations. Man, march to stop these people from killing y'all babies. Abortion, women's rights, women's rights.
It's dumb as a
it's my right to kill my baby if I want to. Excuse me. Never in history have any of our ancestors ever marched or voted for the right to kill their own have black women been proud, right, or black men to kill their own children. Never in history. Where did y'all get this from? Where did y'all get this from? Huh? Who gave you this mindset or this feeling of liberation? That ending the life of your own child is the best thing to do. Because that's what Margaret Sanger said, who was the founder of Planned Parenthood. She said the best thing, right, we could do, right, is to end the life, right, of one of our own family members. The best way to get rid of a nigga is to kill him before he's born. You didn't hear that? You haven't done your research on Margaret Sanger and the Negro Project? That's what I get upset about. And I get upset about black women coming in my comments. I love you too, Duke. I'm going to talk to you later today. We got next. Duke got next. Y'all follow Duke. Duke just came home. He got a full pardon from our president, Donald. Joe Biden's 94 crime bill, 3 strikes you out, maximum sentencing. You understand where I'm coming from? Right. Giving people life without parole on first offenses. Duke was a young black man, a professional boxer, got caught up, right, in a drug case and got sentenced to life. This man has been in prison for the past 16, 17 years. Lost his mother and his father, completely separated from his son, now back home. This is what I'm talking about. I want to reunify, right, the black family. I don't want to tear them apart, right? So I'm never going to be ashamed that I wasn't pushing abortion to the black community. That's not who I am. That's not what I stand on. That's not what I represent. I would never be the type of candidate, right, to tell black women that I want you to abort your children. Not only do I want you to abort them, but I'm going to pay for them. That's not who I am, right? And that's not what I believe, right, our ancestors would want us to do. I know that our ancestors, the ones that you all are always screaming about, that fought for us to have a right to sit in the front of the bus, that fought for us to have a right to drink from the whites only fountain, the ones that fought for us to have a right to be in non-segregated schools, to go to the schools that same breath that those people fought for our children to die. They fought for us to abort. That is not what they fought for. You can't live if you dead. You can't have a nice life if your mama kill you. We don't know who all we done aborted. And I don't respect, right? I just don't respect the women that broadcast it and march for it and fight for it like it's some type of badge of honor. How you any better than the KKK? You killing your own damn black baby. It ain't them killing your baby. You killing your own baby. And then they sitting back laughing, talking about, well, we gave you a choice. See, now you can't hold them accountable because you had a choice. This goes for black men and black women because a lot of women abort because of the man. Because they feel like they don't want to go through it. They don't want to do it on their own. It's going to be too hard. A lot of these babies get aborted because of the father. Y'all just as much as responsible. You can't fight white supremacy and support abortion at the same time. Abortion is white supremacy.
Facts.
Because we are targeted. People say all the time, Angela, but you're doing too much. Black people aren't the only one that get abortions. You're acting like white women don't get abortions. Have you looked at the numbers? Do you think they care about the trailer park trash? They want to get rid of them too.
That's right.
Have you looked at the numbers and just go down and look through all their posts and see who they are talking to? Have you looked at any of you? They're not talking to white women. That's why you never hear them correlate white women and abortion in the same sentence.
Never.
Now you got Kamala Harris, who's married to a white man, which is cool. If you find love, you find love, but does not have black children, does not have a black child, does not have a black son. But she's standing up, fighting for your right to execute your black son.
That's right.
Past 20 weeks too. That's a 5-month pregnancy.
Damn.
She's so raw with it, right? Kamala's so raw with it. She's fighting a ban past 20 weeks. People saying, okay, a 20-week pregnancy, that's a 5-month pregnancy, right? We know in some instances children have been born and survived 5 months in the belly. We know that's a whole little human. We talking about legs, arms, eyes, nose, all that. It's just small and the baby still has to grow, right? We understand that. This is who you put in office. A woman who went on stage and said women of color will die without access to abortion. What? Somebody saying, let's help the kids that are alive. So you're going to help the kid. And that's that same narrative, ma'am. I got to get on you for a second. That's that same narrative that the Democrats sell us, right? As poor black women. You don't need no more babies. You already got enough children, right? You're going to be doing more damage, right? You're going to be taking out of the mouths of the ones that you already have if you have another child. Ma'am, you can't kill a baby to save another baby. That's not how that works. And so when you say, let's help the children that are already alive, those children in the womb are alive too, because if they were not alive, you wouldn't need an abortion to kill them, right? So my question for women is, if you wouldn't kill your baby outside of the womb, why would you kill your baby inside of the womb? It's the same baby from the moment of conception. It is the same baby, same person. And see, there are many of us that don't understand, right? Lifespan development. This is what makes me upset, right? It makes me upset that you all would vote for the very people that want your children dead. I don't want to support anybody. Like, if I was pregnant by a man and he told me to have an abortion, I would feel some type of way. I don't know about the rest of the women on this live. But if you've ever, right, been in a relationship with the man, somebody you thought that you loved, and you got pregnant and he said that he didn't want the baby, he wanted you to have an abortion, that feeling of rejection, that feeling of, damn, I ain't good enough, my baby ain't good enough, you want me to kill my baby, that you feel towards the father, that told you he don't want your baby is the same feeling of rejection you should feel towards the Democrat Party that's not only lying to you and telling you abortion is health care, but also want to pay for your abortion. You don't need know me.
Like I say, family, do your research. Make sure you do your research, man. On anything that you done seen within the confines of this live stream, hey, look at here. You are welcome. Be my guest. If you like to contest it, if it was something that you disagree with at any given time, when you feel like talking about that stuff during the confines of the live stream, we will get it all the way in. Okay, family? And like I say, shout out to everybody that tuned in this morning. Shout out to everybody that shared the video. We will be back in the building. And like I said, we're going to keep pushing forward. Hopefully a little later I can have an open panel with y'all if y'all want to talk and discuss this and, you know, whatever it is that's going on that's on your mind or whatever. I open up the panel and let y'all come up and then chop it up. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. That's right. That's right. Save our children. And shout out to everybody that tuned in. I didn't miss not one of y'all this morning. I just was tuning in as well when the live stream was playing, but shout out to everybody that made it through and continue to come through, continue to smash that like, continue to share these videos. Okay, family? All right. And I'm going to catch up with y'all in a minute. You already know what it is, man. Stay woke, man. We stay beaming. We don't watch the news because we are the news.